So, sir, hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. How was your day, sir?
The day was not bad.
Okay, not bad means it was not good.
It was not that much good, but it was okay.
Okay. So if you ask me about my day, so my day was bright and early. I woke up today early, and I was reading books. I was practicing my idioms and phrases. So I was engaged with my work.
And yes, and even today there is a match between India and Pakistan. Did you not watch that
You love
match?
to watch match. I don't love to watch match. I do not understand anything
Okay.
from it. Yeah. How do you practice your idioms and phrases? I have observed that you are effortlessly using your idioms and phrases. Even I have made flashcards. To be honest, it becomes very difficult to use that into conversation. I can use a lots of idioms and phrases that you are using right now, but it is not coming effortlessly into my conversation.
Dipali, as far as my experience is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you do, that should come organically. If you
Mm-hmm.
use idioms, that should come organically. Having said
Yeah.
that, when I start this, if I learn any idioms, I make
Mm-hmm.
sure I am going to use that in my conversation. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
I try to use that in my conversation, to be very honest, if it is the very first time, I
Mm-hmm.
might not be that much confident, and that might not come with that perfect flow. If you want
Mm-hmm.
that perfect flow, for that you have to practice it again and again. If you
Mm-hmm.
practice it frequently, I think time will come, and I just wait for the situations. I
Mm-hmm.
listen to people very patiently, and that really helps me. And
Mm-hmm.
before any conversation, I practice, and I really go for the revision. I think revision or repetition really help. If you do these two things before you start any conversation with anyone, just go
Mm-hmm.
through the idioms, go through the word meanings you have written somewhere, and
Mm-hmm.
when you start the conversation, I think uh, in one or two conversations that would come organically.
Yeah, it is not piece of cake for everyone to remember that word on the spot. It becomes lots of
It
time.
takes, Dipali, it
Taking
takes
lots of
time.
time.
That I'm also
Yeah.
like you people, but I make sure I'm going to set myself apart from others. And in order to bring something unique, in order to say something different, I
Mhm.
use idioms, and the people I have been following, I usually listen to them using these things. I usually follow some news channels. I usually follow some brilliant speakers of English, and I notice that whenever they speak, they usually use at least one or two idioms. So
Again and again.
that's, yes, that's why I also feel, yes,
Yeah.
I must do that.
Yeah. Sir, you have just mentioned that you follow some English channels. So do you want to unfold that channel's name, please?
Yes. So what I do, I also follow Arnab Goswami. He is such a brilliant speaker. We must not go with his data, with his knowledge, but if you want to learn how to ask questions, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to become good at questioning, you must follow him. Palki
Yeah.
Sharma is there. She is one of
Mm-hmm.
the brilliant orators. Besides these people, I follow NDTV Good Times. I have some English channel. I also watch sometimes BBC English
Uh-huh.
or Al Jazeera. There is also a channel called Al Jazeera that is complete. I think I am not very sure whether it is an Indian channel or it's a foreign company.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the channels I follow. I follow Shashi Tharoor, I follow Karan Johar, I follow Sadhguru, Shah Rukh Khan, and many other people who are brilliant speaker. And I have noticed that yes, they use these things.
You have mentioned some channel, and I also like these channels are also common in me. I have also follow them. Like Palki Sharma, I have never know her, but after that one speech that she has given in the parliament, after
Hmm.
that I started to follow her, and the way she speak and the way she represent herself. From that day, I started to follow her, and then and it was an Shashi Tharoor sir. Like I learned one word. and I use that word, and when someone asks me that why you are using this word, my friend asks me that Deepali, what word is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Oh.
Yeah, it means extremely good, and I actually take lots of time. Actually, take more than 10 takes to remember that, recollect and pronounce that word.
It happens.
And
It happens. Hmm.
yeah, so using these words into your conversation will not change anything in your conversation. People will not understand anything.
Hmm.
But if you are using the easy vocabulary, people are also understanding what you are saying. Then only it will make any sense. Otherwise, it will not make any sense.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Dipali. The point
Yeah.
is, it also depends. If you are a good listener, if you listen to some news channels or some YouTubers, so you get to know what is so common. From there,
Hmm.
you can pick up things rather than
Hmm.
using happy. If I say delighted, so if you don't know it, it doesn't mean other people are not aware of this word.
Hmm.
Somewhere, this word is common knowledge.
Hmm.
Everyone, mostly people know this. When most of the people know this, you can use that word. But there are
Yes.
some words, as you use that word, I heard it but I was not aware. I know what words I need to know and what I need to ignore. So
Hmm.
these are the things. Yes, we can go with that. So, and there are some words which are in trend. We can follow these words. Yes.
Sir, I have one more question to ask. When your learner will hesitant, so how do you treat that situation, and what tips do you give to that learner?
And I'm still learning how to tell them the right ways to improve. And when it comes to beginners, I
Mm-hmm.
only tell them to do a couple of things. First one
Mm-hmm.
is listening. Because if you
Yeah.
listen something, you consume English data. That, and when you consume, you get many ideas. Okay, this can be articulated in this particular way. So this is what
Mm-hmm.
I tell them. Second, whatever I teach them, I tell them that you have to practice it. I teach them in a way where they have much room for improvement, where they can practice in various ways. These are the
Mm-hmm.
things I tell them. I, to be very honest, I never tell them to read anything.
Yeah. Actually, sir, reading will not help you if you are a beginner in speaking and if you are a beginner speaker, because I experienced this when I started my spoken English journey. So I was not comfortable in reading because we have been reading from our school, our college, but still we are not able to speak. So that was
Hmm.
the major issue with me, and then I started to speak. I was speaking wrong English, and that is how I gained my confidence.
Mistakes are the real part of our lives, and from our mistakes we also learn. Sometimes I think, I personally feel, Dipali, it depends whom you are interacting with, and
Hmm.
are you ready for that conversation or not. If you
Hmm.
are doing it forcefully, half-heartedly, I think that you will end up making some silly mistakes. But if you are confident and if you are eager to go for that particular conversation, I think you are going to give your 120%. Do you?
So you need to actually explore new variety of content. And whenever I interact with anyone, and if I encounter with the topic that I am not familiar with, then I will not struggle a lot. So then I will minimize that mess, and I minimize that mistakes that I will going to make in future.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is remarkable, and I think that's how it works. You are really on the right track, and these are the ways we can use to improve our communication skills.
Sir, do you want to practice some vocabulary and phrases?
Miss
Miss
the
the
boat.
boat.
Yes, I think I know this one. To miss the opportunity, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So sometimes we miss the boat. I have actually missed a lot of boats about job.
Hmm. Right.
They were asking me that I need to relocate. I was not ready for it, and I missed the boat for the job.
Hmm. You are right.
Yeah, barking at the wrong tree.
Yes, I think to blame someone who has not commit the crime or who has not made that mistake.
Like making the wrong decision or assumptions.
Hmm. Yes, right.
Yeah. So sometimes it happens that our assumptions and prediction get changed, and it is not correct.
Yes. So last time what happened? A friend of mine came to me and he started shouting at me. And he said, "Why you took my bike without my permission? And now there is no petrol in my bike." Then
Mhm.
I corrected my friend. I told him, "You are barking up the wrong tree. Actually, it was not I who did that.
Mhm.
Raju took your bike."
A flash in the pan.
This one, I'm not very sure. Something very common.
Yeah, something start well but end very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, can I give an example of it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to build something real, not just be a flash in the pan.
Hmm. Could you please tell me one more time what does it mean?
Something that start well but end fell quickly. Like you are starting it well, but in the end, it is not going well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Yes.
Throw in the towel, it is the next phrase.
Throw in the towel, it means not to give up, I think.
Give up on something.
To give up something, yes.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
I mostly use it in this way. I'm not going to throw in the towel. Means I'm not going to give up, I
yeah,
think.
I also use, I have learned this recently, and that is how I'm practicing my phrases and idioms. Like this side idioms and phrases, and this side the sentence is like this.
No, these are the nice practices and these are the healthy practices. We
Yeah.
must go for that, yes. Anything you have, because I'm also learning. These days I'm not into learning idioms, vocabulary. I'm learning
Mhm.
something else. Yes.
Like today itself only, I encounter with one word, cynical, cynical.
Hmm. I think I know the meaning of it.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
No, skeptical.
Okay, doubtful.
Yes.
Is it
Um,
doubtful?
like skeptical, sarcastic, and mocking, and ironic. Can I give you antonyms of it as well? Then you will get a like idea about it.
Yes, 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 please.
Antonyms of optimistic, hopeful, new, and idealistic and enthusiastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cynical. Okay, I have to check. You are saying it means skeptical. Skeptical, it means doubtful.
Mhm. Can I
Hmm.
make one sentence on it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Don't be so cynical. Try to see good things in people.
Hmm. Hmm.
And because of social media, we are becoming cynical.
All right.
Yeah. So, do
Yes.
you want one more phrase to practice?
Hi, yes, please.
Yeah. Speak your mind.
Yeah, I think I'm aware of it. Speak your mind, not to
Yeah.
hesitate. Say something clearly.
Yeah. Say something clearly.
Hmm.
Okay, we are starting the session and speak your mind. You can say what you want to say.
Hmm. Right,
It's
right,
like
right.
break dice, like breaking dice by welcoming a warm welcoming to the learner, and they will say what they want to say. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, do you have any question for me? You can ask me.
Yes. The question, I think I can see the setup has changed. The backside of the setup or the setup that you have behind you, I think it has changed. And you
Yes.
have also improved that
Thank
earlier.
you.
But again, you have that one thing that you speak faster. Hmm? This is something that you if you feel you can make some changes in it, it will work. Otherwise, you know that. But you are again so confident. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed, and you must tell me that how has your journey been so far? Do you feel you have learned a lot over time?
Yes, a lot. I know that I have very less vocabulary. Because of that, I have started to make these cards. I have made
Hmm.
lots of cards. I'm spending entire day in learning this language. I'm learning this figure of speech, idioms, phrases, vocabulary, and reading books as well. Because I know that if I want to improve, then I don't have any escape. I should follow all these steps because I tell my learners that you should read, write, make this flashcard. If I'm not doing it, if I'm only telling them, then this will not work for them. Then I will lie to myself. I don't want to lie with myself, right? So because of that, I am also trying to give my best to learn this language. This language has actually changed lots of things in my life. I
Hmm.
have also started teaching students, and I love this work because I get chance to improve each day. I
Hmm.
need to prepare for that session as well. I prepare session notes. I read a lot about that topics.
That is spectacular. If you do so, and I think being a teacher, these are the responsibilities we have to shoulder. You
Yeah,
must not teach wrong English. If you don't know, accept that. And you rightly said, before you teach, we have to do a lot of homework,
yeah,
and after that homework we can teach somebody, okay, this is the right use and it should be used like that. And you will
yeah,
learn a lot from your students. As you said,
mm,
you incorporated many things like uh, part of speech, idioms,
yeah,
vocabulary, and so on. And this journey is very long. Every
yeah,
day you will realize, oh, I don't know anything.
yes,
And every day you will be learning a lot. The more you learn, the more you feel, okay, I don't know anything. Still, it
yeah,
is happening. As I said in the beginning, these days I'm not into reading any idioms and learning any idioms or learning any new words or reading any newspapers. These days I practice grammar. I'm trying to have a sound knowledge of English, especially
yeah,
for grammar. Hmm.
yeah. Sir, grammar, you just talk about grammar. So tenses are the important part. If you are speaking tenses well, and again, I always get confused in past tense. Past tense means it is not only past tense, conditional future tense, conditional past future tense. It become very difficult for you. I was just reading one book like Cooking the Mockingbird. There was one sentence, and I have wrote in that. Okay, it is a conditional sentence. Would have been left, would have been felt. It will go in past future tense. So I was like, oh my god, how can I, like, if I'm just talking about, okay, future continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense, so then it will be will have been doing, maybe I v1 plus ing. Then it is grammar is tricky to understand, and it is difficult to incorporate in your conversation as well. So I'm learning it. So let's see.
Yes, yes, it is. It is. Grammar, if you go in the depth of grammar, yes, you will always be confused and many things will be there. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, sir, thank you so much for joining this session. I have enjoyed this session a lot, and I learned lots of things from you. I'm feeling glad that you joined my session. I did not know that, and I send you message so much for this quick response. Yeah,
My pleasure. I learned some new idioms and some words as well. So I really enjoyed. I learned many things from you. Thank you very
yeah,
much for having me on your channel.
yeah. So, thank you so much, sir, for joining. Bye. Have a great day. Thank you.
Yes, you too. Bye. Take care.